Have you ever had one of those days where you wake up after a full night's sleep, do almost nothing all day, and yet by evening it feels like your entire body is carrying the weight of the world? You sit on your bed, stare at the ceiling, and wonder how you can be this exhausted when you barely moved at all? But what if the real reason you feel tired has nothing to do with your body, and everything to do with what your mind has been silently carrying all day long? The invisible weight of mental exhaustion? Imagine a man named Daniel, who spends most of his day sitting at home. He does not do heavy physical work. He barely leaves his room. Yet every evening he feels drained, as if he has been running for hours. This confuses him because in his mind, tiredness should only come from physical effort. But the truth is that mental energy can be consumed even faster than physical energy. Your brain is always working, even when your body is still. It processes thoughts, worries, memories, decisions, and emotions every second. Even lying in bed scrolling through your phone, your mind is absorbing information, comparing your life, replaying old conversations, and imagining future problems. Think of your brain like a phone battery. Even when you are not actively using apps, background applications continue draining power. In the same way, background stress, overthinking, and emotional pressure quietly drain your mental battery. This is why you can spend the entire day doing nothing and still feel completely exhausted by night, the silent damage of overthinking. One of the biggest reasons people feel tired without doing anything is overthinking. Picture a woman named Emma who spends her afternoon sitting quietly in her room. From the outside it looks like she is resting, but inside her mind, she is replaying an awkward conversation from yesterday, worrying about bills, imagining worst-case scenarios about her future, and wondering whether people secretly dislike her. Her body is still, but her mind is running a marathon. Psychologically, overthinking forces the brain into constant alert mode. It activates stress systems and keeps your nervous system busy. Even though no physical action is taking place, your brain behaves as if it is dealing with real threats. That mental marathon is exhausting. It is like revving a car engine all day while the car stays parked. Eventually, the fuel runs out. This is why people who think too much often feel tired all the time. The exhaustion is not physical first. It starts mentally and then spreads through the body. 3. Emotional burdens that drain energy. Sometimes the tiredness you feel is actually emotional weight. Maybe you are carrying sadness, disappointment, loneliness, guilt, or fear that you have not fully processed. These emotions consume energy even when you are silent about them. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack every single day. At first you may not notice the weight, but hour after hour it slowly wears you down. Emotional pain works the same way. A person who is pretending to be okay all day often feels far more exhausted than someone doing physical work. Why? Because suppressing emotions requires constant effort. Smiling when you are hurting, acting strong when you feel broken, and pretending everything is fine when it is not can quietly drain enormous amounts of mental energy. This is why some people feel deeply tired after social interactions, family gatherings, or even simple conversations. Sometimes they are not tired from the event itself, they are tired from carrying emotions through it. The exhaustion of decision fatigue. Another hidden reason is decision fatigue. Every day your brain makes hundreds of decisions. What to wear, what to eat, whether to reply, what to say, whether to worry, whether to act, whether to delay. Even small choices consume energy. Imagine a student named Alex spending the entire day at home. He keeps thinking, should I start working now? Should I rest first? Should I go out? Should I clean my room? Should I study later? By evening he has done very little, but mentally he feels destroyed. Why? Because indecision itself is exhausting. The brain hates unfinished loops. Every unresolved thought keeps demanding energy. This is why procrastination often feels more tiring than actually doing the task. Sometimes the task is not draining you. The repeated thinking about the task is. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and be sure to press the bell icon so you get a notification for every new video. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Poor sleep is not always about hours. Many people believe that sleeping for 8 hours automatically means good rest. But sleep quality matters more than sleep duration. You can sleep for 9 hours and still wake up tired if your mind never truly relaxed. Stress, anxiety, and phone usage before bed often keep the brain in a light sleep state. Your body may be asleep, but your nervous system may still be partially active. This means you wake up physically present but mentally unfreshed. Think of it like charging a phone with a damaged charger. It stays plugged in all night, but by morning the battery is still low. The same happens when your sleep is interrupted by stress hormones, emotional pressure, or excessive screen time. The hidden role of boredom and lack of purpose. Sometimes tiredness comes from something surprising, lack of meaning. When a person spends too much time without clear purpose, goals, or emotional stimulation, the mind can enter a state of passive fatigue. Imagine sitting in the same room every day, doing the same routine with nothing exciting to look forward to. After some time, the brain starts losing energy because it no longer feels engaged. Psychologically, boredom can feel heavier than activity. A mind without direction often becomes sluggish. This is why some people feel more energized after working towards something meaningful than after an entire day of doing nothing. Purpose creates energy. Aimlessness often drains it. Your body is listening to your mind. The most important thing to understand is that the body listens to the mind. When your thoughts are chaotic, your body responds with heaviness, fatigue, and lack of motivation. Stress hormones affect muscles, breathing, heart rate, and overall energy levels. That is why mental exhaustion eventually becomes physical exhaustion. This is not laziness. This is a real mind-body connection. You are not weak for feeling tired. Sometimes your mind has simply been carrying too much for too long. The way out begins with awareness. Ask yourself, what exactly is draining me mentally? Is it worry, unresolved emotions, endless scrolling, poor sleep, or lack of purpose? Once you identify the invisible weight, the tiredness starts making sense. And when something makes sense, it becomes easier to heal. So the next time you feel tired, even when you have done nothing, remember this. Maybe your body is not asking for more sleep. Maybe your mind is asking for peace. Stay tuned for the next video, and we'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care.